Hello, beautiful people of the internet. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah if you're new here, and I'm so excited that you've joined me today. This little guy is literally right next to you, so let me get him down first. You want to say hello to all the people? You want to say hello? He's watching the snow. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it pretty? As you can probably tell by today's video and today's video setup, we are going to be doing a weekend reading vlog. Unexpectedly, Tennessee got another snow, which again, we don't normally get snow, and it is Wednesday when I'm filming this. So technically this is not a weekend reading vlog, but this is just going to be a long weekend because I am predicting that we're not going anywhere for the next few days because that's just how it works when Tennessee gets snow. Okay, so I have a feeling maybe, I don't know, maybe it could all melt, but I highly doubt that we will be going anywhere for the next few days. So I figured what better time to start a reading vlog than now. So let's talk about some of the books that I'm going to be reading during this hibernation period. The first book that I'm going to be reading is actually one that I just started today, and that is The Crash by Freida McFadden. And I am currently reading that on my Kindle. And I am 50% of the way through this book already. And we need to talk about this book for just a second because this entire book is a trigger. I need you guys to tell me if you are feeling this too, but for some reason, the last few times that I have picked up Freida McFadden, I have been completely blown away by the concept and the content that she puts in her books. And I don't know if it's because she's wanting that initial reaction of like, whoa, how dare you put that in there? And I really don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it's almost cheap in a way because we're just simply going for emotions here. Let me tell you, the trigger warnings in this book are outrageous. And this is one of my anticipated releases of the entire year. I am not going to DNF this book. I have went back and forth on DNFing it because it's making me feel some type of way. Okay? Because it's making me feel all the things. And I have come to the point in the book where I have to take my real life and separate it from the characters in this book. Because if I indulge myself and make myself feel what these characters are feeling, I will DNF the book because it is just too much, at least for me right now. Which if I had known, again, if I had known what this book was and going into it and seeing what these characters are facing, would not have put myself in that. But I'm 50% of the way through. I feel okay about finishing. Do with that what you will. I really do think that if you are a sensitive reader and you are sensitive to certain topics in books, I honestly think that if you're sensitive to anything, it's probably in here. So I would just give you a big caution of going into The Crash by Freida McFadden because I don't think it's for a lot of people. And I'm one of those people, but I have made it this far and I'm going to finish it. So that is the first book that is on my agenda today. And then after I finish The Crash, I'm going to go into Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I have a feeling I'm going to need this one too. So if you've been around for a minute, then you know that Powerless is literally one of my favorite books of all time. It was my favorite book of 2024. And this is the second book in that universe. And just the thought of revisiting these characters makes me so excited because if you read Powerless, the ending of that book was absolutely insane. And I need to know what happens. Plus, I'm going to go and meet Lauren Roberts in a couple of months for her newest release, which is the third book in this series. I'm so excited to meet the author of these beautiful books. So I'm hoping that this is everything I want and need it to be. So I'm really excited about that. I actually already have my tabs already ready to go. Just so you know, this book is probably not going to look like this after I get done with it. So, okay, those are the two books that are on my radar right now, and I will kind of keep you guys updated throughout the weekend. That's what we're doing today. Again, nothing much on the agenda for the next few days. Hopefully we have some snow days ahead of us. All right, my friends, let's get this reading vlog started. Hello, beautiful people. It is Thursday now, and as you can tell, I am home again. We had another snow day today. The snow did not really go anywhere. It is starting to melt, and I have no idea, like, if we're gonna get another day tomorrow. If I were to guess, I think we're either gonna get a virtual day or a 2-hour delay, because it's not supposed to get above freezing until tomorrow afternoon. So I don't know. You never know with these things. As I showed you a little bit, I have been editing and filming, taking complete advantage of this time off, just getting caught up on YouTube stuff, and I really use these days to get ahead of schedule so that way that I don't have to do too much while I'm working, and it really, really helps me out. So that's what I've been doing today, but I thought I would also come on here and update you on my reading. I finished The Crash by Frida McFadden last night, and let's just say there's been a few books in my lifetime that have made me furious, rageful, angry, and one of those books is The Crash by Frida McFadden. And I told you guys that yesterday. I told you guys that I wasn't enjoying it. I told you guys that I was not feeling it, and I told you that there were massive trigger warnings in that book. And I just want you to know that if you are a sensitive reader at all, do not read that book. I'm telling you right now, do not read that book, because there are so many huge, massive trigger warnings in that book. And if you don't know what I mean by that, just know that there are some huge concepts in that book that are considered taboo subjects that people don't normally just go out and talk about. And these are real life issues that people can deal with, and they may be sensitive to some readers. So if you are not looking for a book like that, don't go into this book. I will tell you, the part that enraged me the most was it just felt thrown together, and the glue were these trigger warnings. And there was 3 major things in this book. So you get one of them right off the bat. As soon as you start the book, this girl is pregnant, and you understand why, and that is a huge, huge thing that will affect a lot of people. And then this girl ends up going to visit her brother, she gets in a crash, and then this man saves her, and then ends up taking her back to his home where she is cared for by his wife. And then from there, you get yet another huge, huge thing. And then, like 75% of the way through, you get another huge trigger. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, getting whiplash at this point. I'm really getting frustrated. Like, these are just thrown in there to get that initial reaction, that emotional reaction, and it's just cheap writing, if you want my honest opinion. I'm sorry, that is so mean. Someone worked very, very, very hard on this book, but it's just cheap to me. I don't think that that's good writing at all, just throwing these things to get emotional reactions out of people. And I do want you to know that the anger that I am displaying for this book comes from a personal place, because there was one of the things that was talked about in this book that is a huge thing for me currently. And I did not appreciate how it was handled and how it was just a ploy in this book. And I just, no, I didn't appreciate how it was handled. I didn't appreciate anything in this book. I will say that I did finish it, and you're probably thinking, Hannah, why didn't you just DNF it? And to that, I say I should have. I shouldn't have put myself through that entire book, but I did. And I did because, 1, I feel like I was hate reading at one point, and 2, I just think that, you know, just like any other thriller reader, I wanted to know how it wrapped up. It's really hard for me to DNF thrillers, regardless of how I feel about them. I will say the very end was not bad. I did find satisfaction in how it ended, but that's literally it. That's the only saving grace to this book. I still gave it 1 star, and will continue to deter people from reading this book. No, I'm just kidding. Just know this is not rainbow and sunshine and flowers. So that's The Crash. After I did calm down for a while, I did end up picking up Reckless last night by Lauren Roberts. And I knew, like, this is exactly what I needed after finishing a book like that. I'm literally 50 pages into this book, and I've already started tabbing it and highlighting it. Whoops, there goes my tabs. I've already started tabbing and highlighting into this book. Like, ugh, just these quotes. Lauren Roberts can write good banter. She really, really can. And I'm just so excited to see where this book goes, because if you've read Powerless, then you know that Powerless leads us on this crazy adventure, and this book picks up where Powerless left off. So I'm already loving this one so much, and I cannot wait to continue it. I think I'm going to continue to edit a few things and do some content things, and then I'm going to dive into this book tonight. I am going to completely just immerse myself in Kai and Peyton's story once again, and I cannot wait to be there. So, all right, my friends, that's the update for right now. Not much has changed, just a little bit of a rage talk. So, okay, my friends, I will see you when I see you. Okay, so at least for right now, I have finished the editing that I'm going to do today. And I have decided that I am going to make some chocolate chip muffins tonight, because I was thinking about them last night and I can't seem to stop thinking about them. So I'm going to make some chocolate chip muffins tonight. It's gotta happen. And then this girl right here did not go to the grocery store before we got the snow. We're running on the bare minimums here. So I'm going to have to go get some groceries, just a few things that we need. I know for sure that we need some milk. We have not had milk in like days. So, and you need milk to make chocolate chip muffins. But after that, I may go for a walk at some point tonight. It's really cold. I've just been kind of slacking on my walks in February. I was doing so good in January and then completely fell off the wagon in February. And I know exactly why. Like, February has not been my friend. Okay. February has not been kind to me. That's okay. We're going to get back to it because I really feel like I need it. So I may wait and see if Casey wants to go with me. If not, I'll just go by myself. So yeah, I think those are the things that I'm going to do. But I'm really excited about those muffins, guys. That's literally, nobody asked for that update, but there you go. Good morning, beautiful people. Hello, long time no see. It is the next day, and obviously I'm home today. So we have another snow day today, which I'm like 80% happy about, 20% not happy about, because we have missed so much school recently, and it's just putting the kids further and further behind, and we have standardized tests coming up. It's just a little nerve-wracking for the kids and the teachers. So hopefully we'll get back on our regular routine soon, but this weather has just been absolutely crazy. So like I said, today is Friday, and I am gonna go thrifting with my mom because most of the main roads are good and clear and fine. So we're gonna go thrifting. I probably won't get a lot read today because I think we're gonna go to the movies later with my parents. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure this will turn into like just spending time with my family today. So I wanted to update you really quick on Reckless. Those are my tabs so far. I'm not sure what I was expecting. I'm going to show you one page. I can't find it. Oh, okay. This is one page. Yeah, I mean, such a good time with this book. And I have heard so many mixed things about this book because people say that it's a filler, they say it's a busy book, and it's not really serving a purpose. Let me make this loud and clear. Okay, these characters could be sitting around talking about what they had for breakfast, and I would eat it up. Yeah, I would eat it up. I would tab it just as much as I am this one. Actually, when is that book coming out? Because I would like to have that one too, please. Thank you. I love these characters. I cannot express to you how much I love these characters and I love their story. This one has a lot of forbidden love and angst, and I cannot go into a lot of detail because of that, and I don't want to spoil the book for you. I definitely want you to have this reading experience like I did. But I have to read you some of these quotes because I just feel like it's necessary. I promise you it's not going to spoil anything. I'm going to give you zero context, but just enjoy. Where am I sleeping? Beside me. Her eyes fly to mine. Absolutely not. Why? It's not anything we haven't done before, and it's not anything I plan on ever doing again. And why is that, Gray? Worried you'll like it too much? Something is very wrong with the Silver Savior, and I'm not supposed to care. Trauma and I are well acquainted. Come here. She is the history I'm desperately trying not to repeat. Oh my gosh. Guys, I just want you to know that Hayden's point of view is great. I love her. She's the best. But let me tell you, every single time that we get Kai's perspective,
I am a feral animal.
Careful, Gray, he murmurs. I was beginning to think you cared about me. Listen, but when she turns her face toward the rays of moonlight dripping from a starry sky, I see the girl who ruined me, the plains of a face I've held in my hands, freckles I've counted a dozen times. I can't tell you the next part because it's a spoiler. And he keeps telling her to come here. Let me tell you the way that I would run. Run. Listen, I can't read a lot. I can't read a lot to you because I don't want to spoil the book for you. But I hope that that sums up how I'm feeling about this book because I'm absolutely loving these characters and I'm loving their banter. I will tell you right now that Lauren Roberts writes banter that I've never read before. And I love, 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 love these characters. So if you have followed me for a while and still haven't read this and you're like, Hannah, I don't really like romantasy. I'm not all about that.
Listen.
I said that too. I said that too. Okay, I'll stop hassling you. I'm gonna go thrifting. I might get some footage of that and I might get some footage of whatever we do today. So that's the update for now, friends. Love you so much. Have a beautiful Friday wherever you are. And I'll see you when I see you. Really, my vlogs are just how many places in my house can I put you? A lot has happened since the last time that I saw you. It is currently Saturday afternoon when I'm filming this, and I didn't talk to you anymore yesterday because, like I told you, I was going thrifting with my mom, which I did. We went to like 6 thrift stores. My mom is a huge thrifter and I also love to thrift. So when we get started, we just get started. And I'm going to show you like all the things I picked up. I didn't pick up a lot, but I did pick up some things. So I'm going to show you that. And then after we ended up thrifting, we ate some dinner and then my entire family went and saw the new Captain America movie, which fun little fact for you. I'm a huge Marvel girl. I always have been since probably like I was in middle school. I love the Marvel movies and I love the Avenger movies. Literally, I have loved that fandom ever since it started. And I told my husband last night that I need to really start back over and watch them all the way through. But my favorite Avenger is Captain America. And if you know anything about what's going on with that, I'm not gonna lie, I feel some type of way about it. It does make me kind of sad because I do love Chris Evans. It is what it is. But I will say that movie is so good. So good. I went in there not excited because I really didn't think it was going to be good. It was so good. So good. So if you're kind of wondering if it's going to be good or not, I highly recommend. I think it was so good. So I did not read a thing yesterday. No reading got done whatsoever. And then this morning, Saturday morning, I drove about an hour to meet one of my in real life friends, Jordan, and she is Jordan Elaine here on YouTube. And we had some breakfast this morning. And then I came home. And then on my way home, I stopped at the bookstore. And I'll show you what I got here in just a second because I needed to fulfill my cozy task for the month for my book club, Comfy Cozy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I give you a cozy task every month that you're supposed to do. And this month's cozy task was to have a solo date. And what better way to have a solo date than to go to the bookstore? So I did that. And then I did end up getting some reading done. So we've got a lot to address here. So let's back up. I'm going to show you the things that I got when I was thrifting. So a lot of these things have a theme. If you are new to my channel or don't know really a lot about me, just know that I do love antiques and vintage things. And a lot of these things are antique or vintage. This first thing is a little Jello mold, which I know it's very, very weird, but I have one other one of these on my kitchen wall and I love it, but I don't have this shape and I just love how these look. I think they're from the 70s. I'm not 100% sure. If you know when these are from, I know they're not super old, but I just love the look of them. So I got that. And then I got, look, hear me out on this one. I got this frame from Goodwill. I think it was like, yeah, it was $3. This, I am not going to keep this quote that's in here. It's about a mother, even though I do love my mother, but I'm not going to keep this quote in here. I'm going to use it mostly for the frame because I am building a collage wall of all of my favorite books. And I showed Instagram, but I don't think I've shown you yet. And I need to do that. So remind me to do that after we get done talking here, okay? So I'm going to use this frame to put another picture of one of my favorite books in here to add to my collage wall. And then my mom stumbled across these. I have no idea what these are, but she came across these. It came in a set of 2, and she took one and gave me the other one. And it's literally this terracotta loaf pan, which I had no idea that there was even a thing. And when I looked at it, I was like, is that a planter? Because that's the only other use that I know terracotta is used for. But apparently, over in England, they use these to bake bread out of. So I don't know a thing about this. I just really liked it. And my mom was like, I need that because my mom loves vintage things too. Or like antique, cool looking stuff like this. And so she got it and then she gave me this one. Thought that was cool. I've already put like a little plant inside of it. And I'm going to like drape it over like that and just put it in my kitchen. So I'm actually not going to make bread out of it, but I thought it would look cute anyway. And then the last thing that I got while we were thrifting, I know I did not like get a lot of stuff. I recently went to one of Casey's family members' house, and on their wall, they had these like really vintage frames. And inside of those frames, they had black and white pictures of like their grandparents and great-grandparents and so on and so forth. And I love that idea so much because I feel like a lot of times we don't keep pictures of people that are distant in our family. We just kind of keep pictures of our close family, which we should. But I want to do something like that with maybe like my grandparents or great-grandparents. I think that would be so fun. So I found these. And these do not have any glass in them. But it came in a set of 2 for $6. And I just thought that these were gorgeous and I could not leave them at the thrift store. I think that Casey can cut some glass to go in these and like I can make a backing for them. I am not 100% sure if these were frames or not. I would assume that they were, but they don't have like any of the hardware or anything on them, which makes me believe that they were used for something else. But I just thought they were gorgeous. So I'm going to try and tackle that project. Okay, I know I have been talking for like 5 ever, but I'm going to continue to talk some more. So hopefully that's okay with you. So back in January, I was supposed to meet up with Keisha and Jordan, which if you have been following for a while, they both live in Tennessee and we see each other sometimes, but we live kind of far away from each other, so we don't get to see each other often. So it's just like every other month or something like that. And I was supposed to go meet up with them in January, but obviously the weather did not cooperate because our weather has just been absolutely insane. And I didn't get to meet up with them during January, and my birthday was in January. And Keisha brought me a gift. So she left it with Jordan, and so Jordan brought it to me today. So I thought I would share with you what Keisha got me. And I just want you to know that if you can bag Keisha and Jordan as friends, just know that you've won. You have won in life. Actually, I have won in life. I thought I would show you what she got me. Okay, the first 2 things she got me were 2 books. And I am so excited about these books because when I opened them, I screamed. Because I have been wanting to read this series so bad. The first one is None Shall Sleep and the second one is Some Shall Break. Aren't these the prettiest covers ever? Oh my gosh, they're like YA mystery novels. My friend Gwen from Gwendolyn Kansinger over here on YouTube loves these. She's been raving about them. She's actually the whole reason why I decided to pick them up. And Keisha bought them for me. And then Keisha, being the little sneaky gal that she is, she has noticed this little strawberry on my shelf, which if you've noticed him, he is the cutest thing ever. I found him at a thrift store and I just loved him. He's got the little feet and everything. So she saw him in one of my recent videos. Okay, I'm gonna leave him here. And the first thing I saw in the bag, a lemon. She got me a lemon version of my strawberry. And fun fact, my friends, I love lemons. My entire life is full of lemons because my favorite color is yellow. My entire classroom is covered in lemons. My kitchen is covered in lemons. Every part of my life is lemons. And now I have a cute little lemon to go with my strawberry. And she didn't stop there. She got me 2 for my classroom. Guys, look at these. Look at these. It's a glue bottle and a pencil. Are you actually joking? And then Keisha knows how much I love to cook and bake, and she got me this cute little puzzle that's like a pantry themed. But this is actually a cool puzzle because it has these big pieces that you have to like work around. I've never had a puzzle like that. All right, 2 more things that she got me. She really is just the best gift giver. She truly puts so much thought into her gifts. And then one of the last things she got me was The Year of Cozy. And this is a book that has literally been on my wish list for years. I have been dying to get this book. I think I'm gonna put this in my living room somewhere, like on display, because it just has all these really fun, cozy things. It's full of recipes and it's full of like craft ideas and just different things to make your life cozy. And I am so excited. Last but not least are these adorable earrings, guys. They're little granny squares. Are you joking? They fell out. I got a little bit too excited. Okay, all is well. I just got a little bit too excited. I'm not gonna like shake them anymore. But they're little granny squares. And they're actually, I'm gonna like let you look at them up close. Aren't those just precious? Someone actually made them. That is everything that my sweet dear friend Keisha got me for my birthday. Keisha, if you're watching this, I love you so much. Now that I have completely talked your head off, let me show you the last thing that I got today. And that is indeed a bag of books. Guys, can we talk about this new tote from Barnes & Noble? And no, I did not buy this. If you were a member from Barnes & Noble, like membership, they give you a free one every year. And I got my free one. This color is stunning. I love how my strawberry is just still hanging out with us. Is that okay with you guys if he just hangs out with us? I only got 2 books. I went in there knowing that I was only going to get 2 books. And that's what I did. That's literally what I did. That's that thing called self-control. And sometimes I do possess it. Okay, the first book is Caraval. I have been eyeing this book for months now, and everybody tells me to read this series, especially now that I'm getting into fantasy. Everybody is recommending this series. I think it's really good for newfound fantasy lovers. So we shall see. And then I also picked up this guy because, listen, I bought Assassin's Blade with every intentions to read that one first. But everybody has 14 million opinions on whether you should read this one first or Assassin's Blade first. And I watched this girl's Instagram reel the other day, and she said, read this one first, especially if you don't want to be spoiled, because apparently Assassin's Blade spoils something. I want to have that element of surprise. So I'm going to start with this one first. Last but certainly not least, I'm going to tell you about my reading. I'm still reading Reckless. I got to page 2. I do not have my book currently with me. Please do not make me go get it. I made it to page 216 or something like that, which is like 55%. I'm pretty sure it's like 55%. It's still going fantastic. This book is going to easily be a 5 stars. Like literally it could be a dumpster fire for the rest of the book and I would be like, thank you. Such a good book. Such a good book. I love the characters. They could literally be sitting around playing checkers and I would still give it 5 stars. So not much update with that. I would like to get that finished tonight. So I'm going to devote some pretty hardcore reading time to finish that book because I do have quite the book stack to start for March. So I almost said
That was not much of an update.
that was the update. That was the update of all updates. Okay. I'm done talking now. I'll see you when I see you. Hello. I thought I would come on and give you one final update. It is Sunday now, so it is the end of the weekend, and I finished Reckless. I finished it. Here are the final tabs. This book is probably not going to look like this after I get done with it. Yeah, so I hated it. Just kidding. Just kidding. I need to show you, I'm going to take the dust jacket off real quick because I need to show you literally a highlight on every single page. I'm just going to flip through the book so you can see all of the highlights on every page. Yeah. Yep. So there's an overall view. And I'm going to let you know that the ending was not at all in my mind. I had no idea that the ending was coming until about 5 seconds before it happened. Yeah, so I did see it coming like literally right before it happened. And let me tell you, I got whiplash. Whiplash. I was not expecting that. I don't know why I'm not surprised because Lauren Roberts has ripped out my heart before, and why would she hesitate to do it again? If you've ever listened to me before, listen to me now. You do not have to listen to me ever again after this, but I need you to read these books. Start with Powerless, go to Powerful, and then read Reckless. Literally the last book comes out in April, and I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid for that book. So yeah. That is what we're going to be ending this vlog on. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this sweet little weekend that I had. It was definitely packed full of things, but also nothing at all. So thank you for joining along with me. This is definitely a different kind of weekend in my life. I definitely don't have weekends like this all the time. I definitely had some snow days, which were really nice, but that is not reality all the time. So it is back to work next week for me. But yeah, we will go ahead and end the vlog here. If you made it this far into the video, please leave me an arrow emoji for obvious reasons. All right, my friends, until next time, remember this world is a better place with you in it, and I love you so much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.